I just can't seem to figure out how people are just talking about house hacking this, house hacking that, but they actually don't talk about the criteria and the resources that you need to go out and find your first house hack. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some criteria that you need to look out for, and I'm going to talk about some resources that are important to you when trying to find your first house hack. What's up guys, I'm Sean. Now it's important to first go out and get a pre-approval letter before you do any sort of filter criteria or trying to find your first house hack through the resources we're going to mention in this video. If you don't have a pre-approval letter, then you're basically SOL and you're not going to be able to find a very good house hack, because when you do find your first house hack, you're not going to have any funding to go ahead and move forward with the purchase of the property. If you do have some sort of funding outside of a normal pre-approval letter, then more power to you. But for those of us who don't have that, go out and get a pre-approval letter from a mortgage lender and make sure that you know exactly what price point you're going to be looking at. Another thing you want to do before you really do any research for a house hack is go out and try to find a good real estate agent. A real estate agent is crucial to you finding a good deal, and it really is the make or break of a deal if you don't have a good real estate agent. A good real estate agent will be there for you, sending you properties all the time that fit your criteria, as they already vetted you out and know exactly what you're looking for. And by you watching these videos, you're gonna know exactly what you're looking for as well, so you can communicate that to your realtor. But if you don't know what you're looking for and you can't find a real estate agent that really knows about house hacking, then you might both be looking for a property that really doesn't fit the house hacking strategy. So make sure you go out and do these two things: get a pre-approval letter, find a good realtor, and once you have that, then you're ready to start looking at some resources that you have at your disposal. The first one is, of course, the MLS, and your real estate agent that you found earlier should have hooked you up with the MLS, and you should be getting automated emails based off the criteria that you guys set up together. Now, if they didn't do that, then I don't know, because they should have set you up with the MLS and with the criteria that you set forth and the actual price point of your budget that you set out from your pre-approval letter. Now, after you get set up with the MLS, every time a new property that comes on the market that matches your criteria will be sent to your email right away. And you can open up that email, search through the actual property, and see if it fits your strategy pretty quickly. In this way, you can vet out a lot of properties, and you might even need to go back and refine your filter criteria so that you can find better houses if you're consistently finding houses that don't fit what you're looking for. Another way you can do some research if you want a more hands-on approach is to hop on Realtor or Zillow and find properties that match your criteria without having to wait for automated emails in your area. Realtor.com and Zillow both are accurate websites that you don't need a real estate license to acquire, and you don't need a real estate agent to set you up with them. You can go straight to Realtor, Zillow, LoopNet, and some other resources and find exactly what you're looking for without waiting. This is a good way also to back up what you're finding on the MLS against what is on Zillow and what is on Realtor. In some cases, you might find something on Realtor and Zillow that are actually off the market and are no longer on market on the MLS. So if you find something on Realtor, you can send it to your real estate agent and say, hey, I found this property. Is this still on the market? And then they can go in MLS and say yes or no, depending on if it is or if it is not on the market. Another way that you can find maybe off-market deals in your area is by going to a list source and looking for criteria that might match exactly what you're looking for. And so you can mail out some letters to people that fit your criteria. You can find some of these lists on something like listsource.com. Listsource.com can help you find absentee owners, people that are out of state, and you can refine it by people who maybe have a lot of equity in the property that is a 4 or 5 bedroom or something similar to what you want to look for in a house hack. And in that way, you can mail out to these people and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm looking to buy your property, and I noticed that you have a property that fits my criteria. If you're looking to sell, call me at this number, or something along the lines of that. Those people that you're going to be mailing, those people are not necessarily ready to sell their house, and they might not even be looking to sell at all. But if you're hitting them with mailers frequently, then they might be in a situation where they're ready to sell to you, and you could find a fantastic off-market property for your first house hack. And so I'm gonna hop into Realtor real quick and show you exactly what you might filter out for your specific house that you're looking for. Now that we're actually in Realtor.com, I'm gonna show you some criteria that you should look out for when searching for your first house hack. The filter criteria is up here at the top, and it's gonna be based off the price, the property type, the beds, and the baths. That's what we're gonna be searching for in this video. The price is gonna be off of your pre-approval letter that we talked about earlier. And in this specific scenario, we got a pre-approval letter for $350,000. Under the property type, we're gonna try to find a single family or a multifamily property. In my scenario, I can get a single family property around here that's a split level, as duplexes and triplexes really aren't that common. If they are common in your area, go ahead and try to find one of those for you. And you'll click multifamily home down here on the left-hand corner. I'm gonna click single family. And for the beds and the baths, I'm gonna be looking for a 4+ bed and a 2+ bath. That way I know I'm at least getting a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, but in most scenarios, I'm gonna be going for a 5-bedroom and a 3-bath, and I'm gonna be settling for a 4-bed and a 2-bath. You can also do this with a 3-bed, 2-bath, or a 3-bed, 1-bath, but it will be cramped and it won't be as good of a house hack when you go to run the numbers. So 4+ beds, 2+ baths, and now we have the criteria that we need to go and try to find a house when we're looking for a house hack. Now, when you're going to look for your house criteria, you're going to be looking for 3 specific things. The house layout, you're going to be looking for the kitchen space, and you're going to be looking for ample parking space. In the house layout, you're ideally looking for some way to separate yourself from the tenants so that you can maintain some sort of landlord-tenant relationship in the actual house, as that's very hard to do, and having that extra space will really be able to solidify you as the landlord and them as the tenant. However, if you can't do that, then you do want to make it to where you still have a master bedroom that you can rent out for more, or an entire lower level that you can rent out separate from the top level. That way you have multiple strategies that you can work with in your specific house hack. As well, you want to make sure that you have the rooms separate from one another and they're not too close together so that your tenants can have a comfortable living space in the actual house. For the kitchen, this is the most crucial aspect of the house hack, I promise you. Please make sure you're looking out for a kitchen that has enough kitchen space and cabinet space and a big enough fridge to be able to accommodate 4 or 5 people. Ideally, you want to be able to have enough space to put a second fridge in if the first fridge starts to fill up from having 4 or 5 tenants. With the cabinet space, look out for good cabinet space, but also look for tenants that really don't have a lot of stuff to put in the cabinets in the first place. You want to look for people maybe starting out in their life who don't have a lot of kitchen stuff and they can just use your kitchen stuff that you already have. It makes it a lot easier, and not everybody has 1,000 different things in the kitchen, and everybody can kind of use the same stuff. If you have nice designer plates or a new china cabinet that you have all these nice crystal plates, just get rid of those. And so lastly, parking. For your house specific criteria, you want to make sure that you have enough parking spaces to accommodate everybody in the house. Everybody that is living in a bedroom most likely has their own car and is not carpooling, so therefore if you have 4 people in the house, you're going to have 4 cars. If you have 5 people in the house, you're going to have 5 cars. So try to find good parking space to where you can accommodate everybody and everyone does not have to coordinate all the time with their schedules. Check with your local parking laws to see if tenants can park on the street. That way, if the actual driveway starts to fill up or if the garage fills up, they can accommodate people maybe coming over the house or tenants that moved in last. And even with all of this house specific criteria and all the filter criteria that you were looking at earlier, house hacking is still naturally uncomfortable. You're gonna have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable in certain situations and living with your tenants and trying to maintain relationships where they're still the tenant and you're still the landlord and it's not just a group of friends. It's a hard balance, but over time you're gonna get it down and you're gonna be able to have a good relationship with your tenants, but also have them know that you're the landlord and it's still a money-making tool for you, and it's still an asset that you need to maintain at all times. If someone isn't doing something that you want specifically to be done, like cleaning the bathroom, you got to be able to step up and put friendships aside and tell them to clean the bathroom and be an adult whenever the time comes. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please let me know by going down and leaving a like. Comment what you liked about my criteria, what criteria you might have that I didn't think of, but is crucial to the actual house hack. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate it, and I will catch you later.